Yo, what up, Phil? I just got off the call with you. It's Friday, March 1st at about 2 p.m. The homework is to do some virtual sales academies, some role play, and I'm gonna make a little video for you. So hope you enjoyed this video, and looking forward to seeing you on March 20th, which should be the day that you're viewing this, which is today. So, all right, Phil, this is for you. Appreciate you. That was a dumb transition. No, you're good. I can just cut it out. I remember the hat thing that I did. I gotta focus. I'm being funny for the video. Okay. Do your homework too. I've decided to make a video to showcase my learnings and experiences from the time meeting with Phil and actually flying out to Phoenix for this interview. At the time of filming this, I anticipate being on my phone in Phil and Josh's hand, or whoever else is watching. So to those, Phil, Josh, and whoever else, hi, welcome to my experience. I thought a video would be a fun way to kind of showcase and talk about in depth what I've gone through and what I've done in between those times. And I also bought this mini mic like a year ago, and I really want to use it. So that's the kind of idea that popped into my head when I was thinking about it. So Phil, when I was thinking about how I'm going to showcase this is why I was laughing, is because of this little mic. Phil is usually giving me a list of items to work through in between these meetings, and I enjoy doing that, and I enjoy following through because I respect the both of you so much, and I always want to try and impress y'all. After meeting with Phil, there were 2 requests from him. The first one was doing some virtual online sales academies, maybe trying to engage in some role-based or role-playing scenarios or situations to further my experiences within sales. Overcoming objections and converting potential clients into sales were the goals and focuses of these online trainings. The second thing that Phil asked me to do was to meet and call a few other sales professionals, not only within sports or within the Suns, but in all types of fields, to kind of get a broad range of maybe some sales experiences and techniques that I can take as a young salesman. Immediately after meeting with Phil, I scheduled a meeting with your good buddy Eric Little from the Suns, and there's a message from him later on in this video that you'll see pretty soon. The other individuals that I called were Alan Cloninger from Aflac Insurance and Eric Nelson from sales at Oregon State, who runs the sales club and who has worked at Nike for over 35 years. I will first go over my virtual sales training and experiences and talk about more of those and kind of what I've learned. So I began doing a quick Google search for some online sales academies, and I also searched on YouTube for some sales videos and watched some of those, and they were pretty good. Some options that weren't on YouTube though included Cornell University's e-learning sales training, and also some courses from individuals or entrepreneurs who have sales training experience and who have their own personal course. One of the guys that I've seen come up on TikTok or Instagram or just social media of all kinds is a guy named Andy Elliott. And if you haven't heard of him, he's based in Arizona, but he looks like this.
Did you say? Was that an excuse? Did you just say I can't? I think what I heard you say is you don't want to. Stop being fucking lazy. You know why some of you in here, your families don't support you? Because you fucking whine, bitch, and complain to them when you go home all the time.
Now, I don't know about you guys, but I don't anticipate selling tickets maybe like Andy Elliott does. That seems quite aggressive, and I think I might scare some people like that. So one of the reasons also as to why I did not do the Cornell University's e-learning or Andy Elliott's course or getting screamed at by him was because it costs a lot. Cornell University's e-learning was about $1,200 for a 10-week course, and Andy Elliott's was about $400 for a 5-day course. After coming to these expensive roadblocks, I wanted to find something free but also effective. So what I ended up going with is inbound sales from HubSpot and a free sales skill course and a library of courses and tutorials through Udemy, U-D-E-M-Y. Both HubSpot and Udemy have multiple courses available for free that allow me to complete them whenever I want. And I completed the inbound sales and got a certificate saying how good of a job I did. There has been an abundance of information from these courses, online resources, and just general information about sales. I feel like there are a lot of buzzwords that are used when discussing sales and techniques that almost all highlight a very important part of sales and in life in general, which is understanding the customer. One of the big reasons as to why I feel like I was hired at Red Bull is because I feel like I understand the typical consumer, the typical college student in need of a boost of energy before studying, before working out, before whatever it may be, before partying. I know you've had a vodka Red Bull. Don't act like you haven't. The phrase that I believe got me hired at Red Bull was that I could walk a straight line through campus, and every single time that I do so, I could see 5 people that I know and are willing to talk to and could recognize them and remember their name. And I believe the same amount of people could recognize me and know me by name as well. I think a big portion as to why I was successful within Red Bull too is because I really enjoyed building these relationships on a common ground, which was Red Bull, and bringing that up whenever I spoke with them. It wasn't the primary focus of the relationship, but it definitely kind of gave me some leverage being good friends with the people that I talked to in order to give them Red Bull or sell them on the idea of Red Bull. When thinking about understanding the customer and the other important aspects of sales, such as building and maintaining relationships, prospecting, handling objections, flexibility, and discipline in relation to the Suns, I envision myself finding individuals, companies, and current customers and doing my best to understand their motivations, desires, gaps, and other things that make them unique. Something that I have never thought about until doing my online sales training has been how every sale is individualized and no two sales are actually the same. Now, this probably sounds really obvious to a sales professional who's been in the game for a long time, but for me, it really took me a moment to kind of conceptualize this because you're selling the same product. Every sale should be the same if you're selling the same thing, but you're selling to different individuals with different needs, different cultural backgrounds, different socioeconomic statuses, whatever it may be. Every sale that you complete is different no matter what. And after hearing this concept, it really made sense because that's what I did with Red Bull. There were some frequent users, there were some infrequent users, there were some people who had never even heard of Red Bull in their life. There were some people who preferred Monster or Celsius over Red Bull. And dealing with those different perspectives and objections and whatever else it may be made the sales and transactions all very individualized, which I liked a lot. It was very fun to get to know each unique individual as time went on. When you're selling the same product to people, whether that's Red Bull or full menu ticket options with the Suns, Mercury, and whatever concert options we have at the Footprint Center, each sale needs to be tailored to the individual client. I think having this mindset always at the front of your mind is important, especially when doing sales, to maintain an individualistic and personalized experience for other people. Now I'm going to discuss the calls and meetings that I've held with these professionals to discuss sales. Along with these online sales trainings and academies, I've also been attending the weekly sales club meetings at Oregon State. And Eric Nelson is the individual that I mentioned earlier, actually runs this club and holds the sales competitions at the school and all that other stuff. So he's in it with sales. Like I said before, he's a great guy and has offered to kind of take me under his wing in becoming a sales professional, as he, quote from him, says that he sees a lot of potential in me and has been really busy throughout the past few weeks. So I actually haven't had a chance to one-on-one chat with Eric Nelson, as he's been running the sales club and teaching and going up to Beaverton for Nike and all this other stuff. So Eric Nelson has been busy, but he said that spring term was opening up and he's definitely going to have a lot more time with me then. Along with the sales club, I've also signed up for the Oregon State sales competition. It's in the spring term of this upcoming year, and from their website it says, quote, "The Oregon State sales competition is designed to prompt students to examine a company's sales problem in the context of a real-life sales situation. The Oregon State sales competition gives students the opportunity to demonstrate their critical thinking and problem-solving skills. Students formulate their case analysis and present their solutions to the leaders of the Sales Academy Gold Corporate Partner, which in this case, this year, is American International Forest Products. Additionally, students showcase their knowledge and skills in professional sales to the competition judges of our corporate partners. I'm excited to participate in this sales competition the upcoming spring, and I'll definitely let you guys know how that goes. There is a cash prize for the winners or people who place in the top 3. Okay, on from Eric Nelson to now Eric Little. So I had a meeting with Eric Little that I scheduled pretty quickly after the meeting with Phil, and he actually left a message for you guys during our meeting, so here's that clip right now. All right, go for it.
Phil, Josh, what's up, fellas? Excited to see this video in the end. Very creative. This is the first for me. I'm excited.
Eric was a great guy. I really enjoyed talking to him, and I jived pretty well. So he's a good dude. I'm looking forward to hopefully meeting him while I'm out in Phoenix. A lot of what Eric touched on was being as authentic as possible. And some good advice that really stuck with me from that was authenticity incentivizes and makes people want to be more honest with you. And whether that's a yes or a no, that's always better than a maybe. And that really made sense to me because a maybe is the worst kind of answer that you can get. Even if you receive a no, that's way better than a maybe because a maybe just drags things on. And a no can just allow you to move on and focus on things of more value or focus your energy on something that may actually result in a sale. Eric's been with the Suns for a long time, and I know he's seen a lot with the Suns and he's been really successful. He talked about how data-driven he is, how he uses AI for sales, and he seems like a great mentor and someone that I'm really going to look up to in the Suns. he talked a lot about Phoenix and how his family's doing there, and Eric was just a great guy. So I really like him, and I'm looking forward to potentially working with him. All right, and last, I gave a call to Alan Cloninger from Aflac Insurance, and Alan is actually my uncle, and I've known him for a very long time, and he's been a very good professional and personal mentor / someone I looked up to / just a great dude. He's been promoted from Aflac's sales insurance agent all the way up to the Oregon market coordinator. So he's a big deal up in Aflac. Alan lives up here in Oregon, about an hour away from Corvallis. Whether it's my personal relationships or school or work or whatever it is, Alan's always given me great advice, and it's been especially great since he knows me on such a personal level. Now, in the call with Alan, Alan's best advice to me, and like I mentioned, since he knows me on such a personal level, was to be great at handling rejection. And I think he really highlighted this because he knows how positive and driven I am, and the kind of person that wants to just share the love with people. And when people say no, it sucks because I see the potential and how great what I'm offering or what I'm doing is. And when people say no, that sucks. But Alan said that I need to be good at handling rejection because that's going to happen in sales. And I think I just have to kind of walk through the fire on that one and learn as I go instead of being prepared, because I don't know how prepared for that I can actually be. Being great at rejection and understanding that there's always next time is something that I need to focus on. So I enjoyed that advice from him. So along with those 3 sales professionals, 2 other people that I really think about a lot are you, Phil, and you, Josh. I really have enjoyed the conversations that we've had, and I've done a lot of research on you guys and what's made you successful. I've done some research into your teammates and people that you've employed. I've connected with Brandon, Luke, Andrew, Jordan, everyone in the business development group. I've done my best to kind of understand the team dynamic, and this team that you guys have fostered is something that I really want to be a part of and I really enjoy. This is me telling you that I really respect the both of you so tremendously much, and I want to be mentored by you. I really want to be coached like people like Phil, by people like Josh. It seems like I'm going to grow not only as a professional, but also as a person. And with the Suns, I envision myself starting a career and continuing my career with the Suns. I don't plan on going anywhere. Phoenix seems like the place that I want to be for a long time. And it seems like a place where I can really put my foot down and set my mark and really make an impact within the organization. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's kind of different, and I don't know if you guys have ever seen anything like this before. Let me know what you guys think. Again, when you're watching this, I plan on being in Phoenix with you guys right now, or maybe I'm right next to you right now, who knows. But yeah, again, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to the rest of the day, and I'm excited to check out the arena and participate in these interviews and watch the game. I've been looking forward to this opportunity ever since it came up, and I can't believe that today is finally here. So I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm going to make the best of it. But again, thank you for everything, and I really appreciate you. So I hope you enjoyed.